We're live.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stephen V. Richardson speaking to you from Northern California. We're going to sit tight for just a couple of minutes at the most to get live on Facebook. So congratulate each and every one of you for hopping on early. We're going to start in another minute or so.
Okay, Stephen, we are live on Facebook now.
Excellent. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are plugging in, anywhere from all over the world. Whether you're listening to us live or on the recording, this is Stephen V. Richardson speaking to you from an undisclosed location in beautiful Northern California. It is a privilege to be back on the main stage and to be part of what we call Work from Home Wednesdays. We have so many people who have, let's just say, gotten on the bandwagon and have taken advantage of what's going on right now and operating from home. So I'm very excited to share some information and give you a different perspective on what working from home is really all about. We're going to give people just a few seconds to go ahead and hit those likes. Let us know where you are plugging in from. Give us your name in the Facebook comments below. Love to hear your name and where you are plugging in from. Also putting comments throughout the presentation just so you can let us know that you're out there. And also the shares and the watch parties really help spread the word and get the word out there into the world. And we are still doing a contest. We do it kind of randomly throughout the week of people who are not only participating by plugging in, but who are contributing to the platform by not only doing likes, but especially doing comments and shares and tagging people who you care about and believe could benefit from hearing this information, and doing those watch parties so we can just touch and share the information to as many people as possible. We're going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. All right. If you're ready, right, then I am ready. All right, once again, this is Stephen V. Richardson speaking to you from beautiful Northern California. And I have some information to share with you. But before I do, I really want to, let's just say, soften the soil and set the foundation for what I'm going to share. Because my only real challenge for you, and really my only challenge when I interact with people and interacted with people for the past 10 and a half years, I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 16 years. I've officially had a home-based business working from home for the past 10 and a half. So let's just say I've seen a few things, and some of those I'll be able to share with you today. And it's interesting when I think about the people who I've interacted with over the years, whether it's directly, indirectly, or people who I've heard about, the majority of the people who, for their own particular reason, decide not to benefit from having a home-based business, most of them make that decision before receiving enough information to make an educated decision. I don't know if that's good or bad. It is what it is, but it's interesting that most people make a decision to not benefit from something, especially something as powerful as this, before they receive enough information to make an educated decision. And that's all that I've ever, and I'm sure those who are doing this business properly, have ever really wanted, was for people to receive some information, make a decision, and then keep on moving. So that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to receive whatever I'm going to share with you, at least initially, with an open mind and an open heart. I understand especially, that most people, while everybody can benefit from what I'm sharing with you today, for whatever reason, at this moment in time, most people will choose not to do so, and that's okay. It's okay if you've received the information, made an educated decision, and decided to achieve your life goal and purpose through other means. That's okay. So we understand that we're looking for a few special people. It doesn't take a lot. It just takes a few. And here's a reminder for you. You know this already. I can guess that the world, at least my world does, evolves around you. But it's not always about you. Not everything is about you. Now, why do I say that? I say that because when you're receiving information like today, I want you to have several hats on. Yes, one hat is this is something that I could or could not benefit from. But I also want you to have a bigger picture. And I want you to think about those people in your life who you care about, those people in your life who you interact with, those people in your life who may not be as fortunate, some people might say blessed, as you happen to be right now. Now, I'm not sure if I knew this quote before, but I happened to stumble upon it yesterday. And I want to make a point using this quote. And the quote's by an author named William Shakespeare. Everybody's probably heard who William Shakespeare is. And William Shakespeare said, "A rose by any other name would be as sweet." What does that mean to me? What it means to me is you can call me whatever you want. You can call me Steve. You can call me Stephen. People call me Stephen Robertson, Robert Richardson, Steve. They call me, just call me. So you can call me whatever you want to call me, and you can call this business model whatever you want to call it, but it is what it is. Some people, we have this call titled Work from Home Wednesday. Some people call this business model direct selling. Some people call it word of mouth marketing. Some people call it an online business. Some people call it network marketing. Some people call it a home-based business. Some people call it direct to consumer. There are other names, some of them flattering, some of them not so flattering, but it all talks about a business model where an individual or an organization has basically taken a product or service, has combined it typically with technology, and has using it to put it into the marketplace, either individually or as part of a network. And for the sake of today's brief conversation, I'm going to focus on two of the descriptions of what we do: word of mouth marketing and network marketing. Now, why do I choose these two descriptions are the ones that you see on the screen? I choose these two descriptions because everybody on this webinar, and I believe everybody who you interact with, are already doing these things probably every single day, and they've been doing them for a very long time. They'll probably continue to do them for the rest of their life. The only question is, are those people getting paid for that activity or not? Are they being paid to share an idea, share a product, share a service? Are they being paid for that yet? So that's what this business is all about. It's tapping into something that people are already doing every single day. I'll just give you a few examples. Have you ever recommended that somebody see a movie, go to a restaurant, pick a specific hairstylist, talk to a specific realtor? Have you taken them to a specific bar or told them that they want to go to a basketball game? Every single time you do that, recommending another company's product or service to somebody who you typically care about, you are participating in word of mouth or network marketing. So once again, the question is, are you receiving any type of compensation? You don't have to. I'm sure we do it anyway because we're doing it now out of the goodness of our hearts, but you have the ability to tap into a business model that'll actually pay you to do something that you're already doing. Now, we've all heard, and a lot of us have been saying recently, we're all in this together. And yes, we are, but kind of not, because while we're all in this thing together, whether it's the typical, the global challenge that we're going through right now, or whether it's just day in and day out life, each and every one of our situations is a little bit different. Whatever happens is going on today, there are some people who were not only ready, they were prepared. They had money put away. They have a business model or an income stream or savings that has them not worried. They can just lock themselves up. They can get their well-deserved R&R. They can not have to worry about the bills, the taxes, all that kind of good stuff. And then the opposite extreme are people who are really, really in trouble. And hopefully, we will be able to understand whether or not we are actively participating in it or not, that once again, it's not about you. It's about everybody. It's about, is this important enough? Is it possible enough to not only evaluate it yourself, but recommend that other people look at something with an open mind and an open heart so that they can evaluate it themselves to decide if this is something that could benefit their life. Now, who are we looking for? Who do I think, who do I hope is on this webinar today? Well, first of all, I hope that no matter what you're going through right now, no matter how challenging it might be, I hope that you are happy and grateful for whatever you have, for whatever health you have, for whatever family and friends you have, whatever opportunities you have. I hope, and I know that there are things that you can find and focus on that you are happy and grateful for. But I also hope that no matter how well you're doing, and I know that there are people that are listening to me right this very second who are doing extremely well, probably better than I am. I'm hoping that while you're happy and grateful for what you have, you still want more. You still want better, not only for yourself, but hopefully for your family, for your friends, for your community, for the community at large. I'm hoping that you're always looking for more and always looking for better. So are you set? Even before what's going on right now is happening, I would ask people, are you satisfied with the way life is going? And if it's not, then during normal times, most solutions to people's challenges can be helped, at least, with some type of financial solution. True or false? If that's the case, and it is, then how does the average person have as far as options to, let's just say, get things done in their life, to make things better, to help people who they care about? Well, if you have a traditional job, what are your options? Well, you can work harder and possibly get a promotion or a raise. You can qualify for some type of commission or a bonus. You can leave and get a second job, a different job, or you can get a new job. If you have just a job, jobs are great things. I will never talk about jobs as being bad things, and if you're out there doing that, stop. They are good, they are worthwhile, and everything that happens is coming from somebody who has a good old job, and that's a good thing. But if you only have a job, your options are limited with regards to improving your financial situation. What if you're some type of a business owner, whether it's individually or let's just say you have brick and mortar? If you want to improve your life through a financial situation and things are going well, you can add on inventory, you can add on locations, you can hire more people. That's challenging enough during normal times. It definitely is not happening right now. So your options are limited. So I'm not here to share with you the answer. If anybody comes at you, or if you go to anybody and says, I have found the answer, this is it, this is something that you must do, by all means, turn in the opposite direction and run away. Because either they don't know what they're talking about, or they're doing it so wrong that you probably don't want to be associated with them in the first place. I'm not talking about the answer. What I'm talking about is an opportunity. Simply an opportunity to possibly improve your life and the lives of people who you care about. The opportunity to do what? The opportunity to be your own boss. When you ask not just the average, if you ask anybody, just about anybody who has any level of, just a little level of self-confidence and determination and big goals, if you ask them if they'd rather only have a job or be their own boss, what do you think most people would say? Most people say, well, I'd want to be my own boss. I'd want to have my own business. If I could, that's what they'd say. So this is an opportunity to do that. Now, I want to really put a caveat here and say that this business, this home-based business, this working from home thing, this word of mouth marketing, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people do not do it for some very unfortunate reasons. One, they don't get enough information. And the other one is they want to pick an excuse on why they shouldn't do it, or even worse, why they shouldn't look at it. This is not an all or nothing choice. You do not have to wait for all the stars to align, for all the things in your life to go great, to have all this extra time and a lot of extra. No, that's not going to happen. So you can't wait for the perfect time. But what you can do is jump in and do as much as you can for the goals that you have and the amount that you're willing to work and sacrifice. But let's look very briefly at why most people choose not to have some type of a home-based business or working from home. Good old money. I don't have enough money. Well, because of certain business models that I'll share with you today, money is no longer an issue. Utilizing technology, utilizing networks of individuals who have their own individual goals, who want to help others, you can start your own home-based business for little or almost nothing. So you can tell me at the end of this conversation or when you meet somebody face-to-face, you can say that something is not right for you. You can say that you don't want to do it, but you can't say that you didn't do it because you didn't have enough money. It's just not true. How about time? I wish I had time to talk about time. Time. I would love to do something from home. I just don't have enough time. Getting back to this is not an all or nothing type of proposal. One of my favorite phrases when talking about this business opportunity is during the normal course of your day, around your existing schedule. If you're taking notes, if you're still out there listening, I'm listening, Stephen. I'm out here. I'm here. Give me some love, give me some likes, write some comments down there. So I want you to write that down and consider using it for others, because what it will do is it'll hopefully remove the excuse of I don't have enough time off of the consideration table, because it does not apply in this situation. When we talk about working from home, having a home-based business, we don't mean that's where you stay and live all the time. That's not where the business is going to grow. Now, during these times, you're going to be using social media and online stuff and interacting that way. But when we get back to normal, which will happen hopefully in the very near future, you're going to be out there and about doing things, working, learning, playing, interacting, shopping, all those things. And you, when done properly, when trained properly, you'll be able to do these during the normal course of your day around your existing schedule. A lot of people choose not to benefit from this business model because they don't know how to do it. I can't sell, I can't communicate, I can't do this, I can't do that. That's the whole point. When you go to college, or if you went to college, when people go to college, do they not get the degree because they don't know how to do the subject matter they go there to learn? No, you will be taught step by step by servant leaders who have already been there, done that. They'll walk you through step by step on how to do this and how to develop the skills necessary to be successful. All the skills that you want to learn, we can teach you those things. So the excuses that most people use, don't have enough time, don't have enough money, don't have the skills, they really are irrelevant if you are looking at this business properly. And we'll just go ahead and throw in, for the sake of this conversation, especially with regards to the business model of word of mouth marketing and possibly network marketing. Is this one of those things? First of all, I don't know what one of those things means, but just like the business models of word of mouth and network marketing, you're already part of one of those things. Whether you're part of a nonprofit organization, whether you're part of a government agency, whether you're part of a Fortune 500 corporation, you're already part of one of those things. And I won't go into the details, but let me just talk about a couple more things before I really share with you what I want to share with you. I think the ground is getting kind of soft now. All right. Look at what is happening in the economy. And I say what is happening, these things have been happening right in front of our very eyes for the past several years, but a lot of us have not been paying attention. But let me talk about a few companies very briefly. Since it's international, this is a global company, we're in 36 plus countries and growing. Alibaba is a company that is one of the most profitable retail companies in the entire world. They did over $54 billion US last year. 54 billion. They do not have any inventory and no warehouses. I want you to wrap your mind around a company that can sell $54 billion worth of products and not have any inventory and no warehouses. How's that possible? Answer: the new economy. Most people have heard of Airbnb. They have revolutionized, turned the world upside down in the hospitality industry. More rooms available through the Airbnb network than all of the hotels combined in the world. And guess what? They don't have any hotels. They don't have any hospitality staff on their payroll. How? They took a service that people were already using. They touched it to technology. They attached it to technology, and they use independent distributors or contractors out there in the marketplace to be their points of distribution. Everybody in the world has heard of Uber. We'll throw in Lyft just to make sure everybody knows what we're talking about. Revolutionized the transportation industry. More cars on the street than all of the limousine companies, the bus companies, the taxi limit, all those companies combined. And guess what? Those companies, those multi-billion-dollar evaluated companies, do not have cars and do not have drivers on their payroll. How? The new economy. Instagram. Instagram is basically a picture place that people can take their pictures and people can post them to share with the world and let people know what they're doing. Instagram does not create their own content. They created a platform. They empower individuals, don't pay them anything, by the way, to give them content, and they are doing what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, what am I introducing you to? I'm introducing you to the new economy that you're already participating in, probably contributing to, and many people who do not really understand what's going on yet are not benefiting from it financially. Let's change that. Whether you call it the on-demand economy, some young people like to call it the gig economy. Once again, just to drive a final point home, you are already participating in many of these services to get your food from the grocery store, from the restaurant, to get from one place to another, to get your transportation, to stay in particular places. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the opportunity to benefit from this, to have your own home-based business, company within a company. And the question is, will you at least get enough information to make an educated decision on whether or not you want to benefit from this now or later? All right, if you are paying attention, I think I have your attention. If I have your attention, right down below, I'm listening. You have my attention. And another quick side note, I know that there will be hundreds and sometimes thousands of people who listen to these calls. And when we ask for people to like or to comment or to do something, it is an extremely small percentage of people who actually respond. I am challenging you. If you are getting any value from what I'm sharing with you, if you are part or want to be part of something that is really positively impacting people's lives, how about I shouldn't say for once in your life, but just for once, for me, for Stephen V. Richardson, can you put a like in there? Can you put one comment and just say yes or hi or something, just so you can let us know that you're out there and that you're breathing, that you have a pulse? So my story, as many of you know, started 10 and a half years ago in this industry. And I was not part of this industry. I was not a consumer of the product that this company had. So the way that I was approached was different. And I'm going to share that with you very briefly, because what I was taught before I got started, before I signed up, before I joined what I now know is just an amazing movement, I was taught how to evaluate a home-based business opportunity. I'm going to share that with you very briefly. And I challenge you, for those people who are considering this or who are looking at other opportunities, feel free to run those things through this filter and see what you get. And every single time I've run things through this filter for the past 10 and a half years, where I am is the best place to be. So how you do, because here's the challenge. They all look the same. They all look good. They all look better. So it's interesting. I have a lot of friends in real estate, and I was doing some research and found out that, did you know that the number one factor of how someone selects a realtor is not the quality of the realtor themselves, it's who called the person back first, which means all of them basically look the same on the surface, just like this business. All of these businesses that have great products and services that say they're going to pay you a lot of money or give you an opportunity, on the surface, they all look the same. So what I'm going to share with you very briefly is how to evaluate this type of a business. First and foremost, just me, this is my personal opinion. Everything rises and falls on leadership. You need to know who's running your company, at least to know what their track record of success is, hopefully in this business, not in something else, and say, well, if they've already done it, maybe they can keep doing it, and maybe they can teach me how. Product. All the products in this industry, for the most part, are great. They're amazing. They do what they're supposed to do. That wasn't good enough for me. I wanted a product that is already being consumed by the majority of the population. That's the first litmus test. I want something that people are already consuming. I want something that is affordable to the masses. I want something that somebody can do part-time from home or during the normal course of their day around their existing schedule and be able to have a positive cash flow pretty much from day one if they choose to follow the system. That's what I'm looking for. Now, you might be looking for something else. You might be satisfied with something that requires you to invest a lot of money. You might be okay with having to get some type of a certification or whatever you want to call it. You have to go to school and get a class and certification and be certified and teach people how to do something. I can do that. I've done it before, but I want to be able to say, here, anybody can do this if they simply choose to follow a proven system. Timing is very tricky because this is like the spin zone. If it's a brand new company, people will talk about it's a ground floor opportunity. You have the opportunity to beat everybody else. If it's a company that's established, they'll just say, well, we have a proven track record. Just know what is important to you, but also know that companies that are brand new, especially within their first 1 to 3 years, probably from a number standpoint, are not going to be around very long just from the numbers. So timing is important. Training and mentorship. Okay, the product is great. The leader looks pretty cool. The timing matches what I'm looking for. Is there a training system in place? Is there mentorship and coaching available so they can teach me the skills and develop the mindset that I need to be successful? That's what I was looking for. I don't know about you, but it's a recommendation on how to evaluate this type of an opportunity. And the final thing I'll talk about is the system. Is there a proven system of success that people have used and that anybody can do from day one? And finally, the compensation. Now, the other ones might not necessarily have an order, even though I do believe everything rises and falls on leadership. But as far as the last thing that I looked at was the money. Because if you don't have great leadership, if your product is something that everybody's already consuming that they can do that's affordable to the masses, if your timing is not right, you can open a Blockbuster Video right now. Good luck with that. If you don't have any help, if you could do it by yourself, you would have done so already. If you don't have a proven system of success, not people dependent, but system dependent, it doesn't matter what the pay plan says, you're never going to get to the money. So this is just a recommendation for those of you who are in a business to evaluate how you're doing. For other people who might be considering something else, you put whatever you're doing through this test, and if you win, congratulations. Now, I'm going to pause very briefly and bring something to your attention that I think is very important. It's kind of a behind the scenes, inside baseball type of a tip. I want you to notice that during the time that I've been speaking so far, I have not once mentioned my company's name or the products that we sell. Say that again. Not once have I mentioned my company's name, or the product or services that we sell. Why is that so important? It's important because it's not just what you do, it's how you do it. There's something called posture. There's something called having a counterintuitive type of a business. The more you run, the more you chase, the more they run. The more you talk, the less they listen. The more you sell, the less they buy. You have to do this business properly. And if you can do it in a way where you establish that you know what you're talking about, that there's no pressure to do what you're offering, you just want to have somebody have an open mind and open heart, and then you can transition when appropriate into the specific thing that you are offering. Let's just say the odds of you being successful are so much higher. So let's put this into a filter very briefly for the last few minutes I have available to Organo. This is the Organo's platform. I am extremely proud, happy, and grateful to be a proud, loyal, committed, independent distribution partner for the past 10 and a half years. I have seen a few things, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put Organo through the test. Starting off with our leadership. Our original CEO and founder, Mr. Bernard Chua. I'm not going to talk about what an amazing human being he is, and his amazing wife, Adeline, his amazing daughter, Shella, their daughter Shella, and how good they are as human beings. Let's just talk about the track record of success that Mr. Chua built as a foundation to hand off to the next person I'm going to talk to you about. Here's what Organo has been able to achieve in the past 11 and a half years, 12 years almost. 36 countries and growing, fully supported and legally authorized in 36 countries and growing. Over $2 billion of cumulative sales, over 2 million points of distribution in the form of independent distribution partners and companies spread out all over the world. Let's just check off that Mr. Chua is the type of leader that I would want to follow. Then you have Mr. Paul Caldwell, an absolute powerhouse in the industry of not only private equity, but also in direct sales, having a background of ownership in multiple companies in this industry, having direct and indirect impact on taking companies such as Organo from $100 million companies to billion-dollar companies. Ladies and gentlemen, you can just check off that leadership is the best of the best. The product, the flagship, a great tasting cup of gourmet, healthier coffee. Approximately 75 to 80% of the planet are consuming it every single day. It's delicious. It costs less typically than what people are paying out there in the marketplace by the cup. It's something that during these tough times, people are stopping going places. They're stopping buying stuff. They're stopping doing certain things. But I don't know of a single person on the planet who was a coffee drinker before what's started going on, and they stopped drinking their coffee. They are drinking more, if anything. So as far as a product, to have your flagship be coffee, let's just say it's a good place to start. Health and wellness. Everyone knows somebody who at least wants to lose a little bit of weight. Our amazing protein shakes that are delicious and work is something that people are using. What people put on their skin is what's going into their bodies. And as people become more and more conscious of eating organic and having good quality products, how about having a world-class skincare line that is all natural, paraben-free, sulfate-free, animal cruelty-free, and gluten-free, and they'll absolutely make you even more beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, travel. Travel is right around the corner once again, a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And we have a platform that already was starting and is really going to crank up to the next level on help people have amazing experiences. I believe that people will be traveling more than ever, and this is just part of the global ecosystem tied into something even as powerful as an online payment solution. I'm not saying that you should do all of these things or most of these things, but pick a lane and allow us to teach you step by step on how to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, you have with Organo an ecosystem of products and services that will enable you to achieve, let's just say, a lot of very cool things. And that's why I believe we are a legacy company that's going to be around a very long time. How about the training and the mentorship? World-class servant leaders in countless languages, strategically placed all over the world, whether it's Brazil, whether it's North America, whether it's Thailand, whether it's Italy, Europe, whether it's North America. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the absolute best of the best. Those $2+ billion of sales, they came from somebody, and the pictures I show you were some of the people who've been contributed. How about the system? A proven 4-step system of success. All of what I've shared with you, 36 countries and growing, $2 billion of cumulative sales, all the success, and we're just getting started, came from a simple 4-step system. Have some product, have some people to talk to, schedule your exposures, plug into a proven system of success. Hopefully I've gotten your attention. Hopefully you're understanding that part of our system of success includes amazing new, let's just say, support systems such as Rapid Funnel, which will track all of your activity, which will help you be able to contact people at a world-class level and be able to really share what you're doing, and you are getting paid to do something that you were already doing already and will continue to do probably for the rest of your life. How many different streams of income does the average person have right now? Typically, it's one. Actually, unfortunately, it's not even one for some people. What if you could have extra streams of income that are attached to something that people are doing every single day during good times or bad, happy or sad? It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Retail sales. You don't have to be a great salesperson to smile at somebody, give them a sample of gourmet coffee or organic tea, ask them how they liked it, and see if they want to get some. Sales training is done. You have the ability from the comfort of your home, but more likely during the normal course of your day around your existing schedule, to generate a positive cash flow through providing a great product to somebody that they're consuming every single day anyway. And if you want to do this all by yourself, feel free. You don't have to share this opportunity with somebody else. You don't have to, quote unquote, recruit somebody. Feel free to do this all on your own. Or you can leverage the power of our business model and invite people to webinars like this, introduce them to people like me. We can do most of the talking on your behalf. The one thing we cannot do is we cannot know people who you know, and we can't get connected with them without you. Retail sales. A fast track bonus is really nothing more than a referral bonus, a thank you bonus. Most companies out there that you're once again already contributing to, maybe it's your cable company, maybe it's something else, when you recommend a friend, they'll give you a discount or a coupon or something. That's a referral bonus. We have that too, up to $130 for every single person who you introduce into the business. There's something called leverage. I love leverage, but I really love it when it comes after empowering somebody. So I will empower somebody to improve their life, to help others, to earn extra income. And since I'm helping them do that, I get just a little bit on the back end. What we will teach you how to do, empower you to do, is create 2 teams of distribution partners, a team on your left and a team on your right. Can you think of 2 people who want to improve their life? Can you think of 2 people in the world, in your universe, who are looking to possibly earn just a little bit of extra income? And what we are really good at, 2 million distributors and growing, more than that actually. If you're willing to find 2, what we're really good at is duplicating that process below you, and you're also able to benefit from dual team bonuses. The real reason why I'm in this business is because I wanted residual income. I wanted to be able to build a book of business that was going to pay me as long as people continued to consume the product or service that I introduced to them. You can get reorder bonuses. You can get matching bonuses. You can get leadership bonuses. You can even get what's similar to a profit sharing in a global pool bonus. All of these are tied into a way that you can do something properly once and get paid for it as long as people continue to consume your product. How many people out there, including people on this phone, are receiving a residual income? Now, even if you are a doctor, see a patient get paid, see a patient get paid. You're a lawyer or a consultant like I am and used to be. See a client get paid, see a client get paid. You're a realtor, so the house get paid, so the house get paid. Punch in, get paid, punch in. All those things are great, especially if you have a high compensation, especially if you have the ability to work whenever you want to, as much as you want to work. But what happens when you're not working? You're not getting paid. The business model of a true home-based business network marketing company enables you to build a book of business of customers, and you get paid every single month that they continue to consume your products. How many people do you know who are consuming coffee? How many of those people will continue to consume coffee for, let's just say, a while? We got more bonuses. I won't even have the time to drag you through it. What is the value of what I've been sharing with you? What do you get when you become an Organo distribution partner? Well, first of all, you have access to all of our products, all of our services at the wholesale cost. Wholesale. I see people walking into Costco, even today, buying food for their restaurants and buying food for their shops. They're not really getting it at a wholesale cost. They're getting it at a member cost. And they take that, it's low enough for them to go back and then package it and sell to somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, as if you had put up the money yourself, which you didn't, you have access to our millions and millions and millions of dollars of product that they're coming. They're back in the warehouses. They're on the ships also. What you've seen as far as back order, let's just say good news is coming. If it hasn't come already, keep checking your back office and good things will happen, especially for those who are patient. So you get access to all this product. That's the value to that. Do you have any idea how much it costs to build a world-class website? When you are a distribution partner with this company, you have access to a world-class website that you would be proud to send anybody to around the world. You get a retail-only website for people who just want to get their product from you at retail, and they don't even want to know that this is a network marketing company. You get a world-class back office that tracks everything that's going on in your business, whether or not you knew about it or not, and you can see exactly where it's happening. You can even reach out to those people who are performing so you can give them added support. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this, all of the countries, whatever type of business you may already be doing, multiply that by 36 countries properly licensed, fully operated, with servant leaders already in place, marketing, distribution. How much is that worth? And then leadership and coaching, training, you get someone like me, maybe not me in particular, possibly, but you get someone like me who's been in the trenches, who will teach you step by step how to do this business. How much should this cost? All the things I talked about, being able to have access to this type of business model, literally with the flip of a switch. If you were to invest in a traditional franchise business, you will be spending a lot of money. I'm not going to list out what's shown on the screen, but I'm not saying this is precise, but it is very accurate. It costs a lot of money to have a franchise business, and there's no guarantee that you'll actually be successful. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is powerful. You can start your own work from home business, home-based business, whatever you want to call it, just call it, for as low as $9.95 as a special promotion right now. You typically cost no more than $49.95. You can start your business today. You can empower somebody who you care about, who is needing an answer, who is praying for a solution. You can invite them to something like this. You can introduce them to something like me and possibly change their life forever. And all they would have to do as an initial investment is pay $9.95. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're already part of Organo, this is what you're part of. Do you hear the confidence in my voice? Do you hear the posture? You hear the belief? Something that I did not have in the beginning, but I have it now because enough people said no to me. I have it now because I've seen the success with my own eyes. I have it now because I know a few more things. It's not about the money. It requires less than $10. It's not about the time. No matter how busy you are, you can do it during the normal course of your day around your existing schedule. It's not about the skills you have. We will teach you. And it's one of those things. Yes, it is. It will never be perfect, but it almost always will be better, especially as an addition. So whether it's the leadership, whether it's the product, whether it's the timing, whether it's the training and the mentorship, whether it's the proven system of success, whether it's the compensation, I believe that this is the answer. And everybody on this phone who's already part of this business, congratulations, you're at the right place at the right time. Not everything is about you. Maybe this is something that's not a match for you. Maybe you just want to be a wholesale customer. Awesome. We love customers. Maybe you're doing great. Maybe you don't want to, maybe you're blessed. But there are people in your life who are looking for something like this. And all I am challenging you to do is understand that we just want to have a simple conversation with someone with an open mind and an open heart who has goals to improve their life and help others and allow them to get enough information to make an educated decision on whether or not they will allow us to help them or not. This is not about you, except for this one. This is definitely about you. It has been an absolute pleasure. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. There I go. In my car, on the side of the road, getting ready to make a toilet paper run. Wish me luck. It doesn't have to be from home, but it has to be something. It doesn't have to be this, but it has to be something. It doesn't have to be now, but it has to be sometime. I believe that this is the place and this is the time to improve the people who you care about. I appreciate all of you out there for plugging in. I appreciate my brothers and sisters at the corporate office, Edward Vargas, who's behind the scenes, always serving, always serving, always serving. Our amazing Christelle and Ms. Shella, Mr. Paul Caldwell and the executives and the team, all those hardworking people who are still going to work at the warehouses, fulfilling your orders and getting things sent out to you. And all my brothers and sisters who are out there, I love you. I believe in you. Let's get this thing done. This has been Stephen Richardson. That's it. I'm done.